Now we live. Oh, as soon as this is done.
Okay, well, I don't. It's right here. Is it? So, on your page.
It's on the pages. It's Galactic Disconnect podcast.
Let me see. Let me see.
Just message you real quick. What's going on? We're live on Fiverr Facebook this time. You're gonna have to go everywhere to find our podcast lineup. There's a
Thanks.
share button that should be easier to find. Facebook, please help. There it is. I'll share it on my story, and then I'll message you as well. So that you got it.
Okay, I think I see it right here. Bam, bam. All right, yeah. I'm gonna share it too.
So, just as a side note, recording softwares are annoying, but we figured it out. And we back. It's been like
It's been like 3 weeks in a month, month or something. I don't know.
A little bit.
2 p.m. every week has not been a thing.
Listen.
But today we're only 15 minutes behind, so
Hey, we here.
Mhm.
That's the great thing.
we're making progress.
We getting back into it. My bad. That's my hair real quick. And yeah, man. So how was first things first? How you doing?
I'm hungover. I'm hungover.
That's the Saturday special.
Yes. I'm hungover. I went to a strip club last night for my cousin's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to...
This was Ryan, my cousin Ryan.
I haven't met him.
Yeah, the older brother of the other one you met.
Okay,
Yeah.
Got you.
Turned like 35, so that was lit. Then I hung out. Before that, I hung out with Sarab or Socks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to Socks.
yeah, hung out with him. And we went to some party he went to. He threw,
Okay.
or he was at. It was pretty dope.
You be throwing parties like crazy.
Yeah, do it all over again tonight. Wait, what's up with you? How have you been?
Been good, man. I got a 3D printer. We saw that. Hey, if I want to... Can you see it? You can't see it. Yo, GBT Podcast. Check it out. I made a little plastic.
yes, it's actually dope. I'm gonna now ask you to make a bunch of little shit knickknacks for my office.
Listen, I'm starting up a shop soon. It's like woodworking, but I don't have to do any of the work. I just press a button and walk away and hope that shit comes out.
Yeah.
It's been dope.
Crazy how technology has progressed, man.
I love it, man. So being able to, so I'm thinking like controller holders. I'm thinking like I made a phone holder already.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And the phone case doesn't do well. You need actual rubber for that.
Yeah, you can't put it around your phone.
I was like, well, it's time to get on paper, but I had to try it first. Phone holders though, I made one that fits the charger with it, so you can move the charger and connect to it and you hook it up. Man, I love.
That's actually pretty dope. Like a stand.
Yeah,
I've seen people do a lot of cool. There was one. They made like a. BMO from Adventure Time. They made like a BMO and then like a case for your Switch dock, and it was like built around the dock to make it look like BMO.
Yeah, that's dope.
I was like,
that.
yeah, shit like that. I think a lot of that. Or I saw for Zelda, someone made like a shield and a sword, but for you to hold each Joy-Con and you slide each Joy-Con in.
People going crazy with it.
Yeah.
It's awesome seeing what people doing. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been messing with. Me and my partner, we went to the Villains Ball at PUE.
Oh yeah, how was that? Y'all both look dope. Post a picture. Yeah, can you drop a picture in the chat or something later? But y'all looked swag. You were Loki, and she was.
Yeah, I did President Loki from the show.
Yeah.
She was Scarlet Witch. So I was like, it was a perfect time. Just like you going to a ball, just it was cool. A lot of people did their thing. Some cool cosplayers from out of state came through. And it was open bar. That was super nice.
Open bar.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to LJ. He was in there running that thing. He was
Really?
being a boss bitch.
Really? Shout out to LJ.
Yo, they tried to shut down the bar early. Like I think an hour in. In there. So yeah, I gotta open this shit back up.
He got it open back up? Yo.
Play with fucking LJ.
Yes, that's hilarious.
Yeah, he was serious about that shit. So yeah, it was good to see him do his thing. He did his little male Cruella DeVille and
Yeah, I saw that.
So It was fun, man. I'm glad. I'm glad we went. It was a nice function. Other than that, oh, you checking audio?
Yeah, I was
How's it
checking it.
sound? It sound good. I checked it before.
You have an echo on your mic, but you know.
Oh, you know what? Thank you for pointing that out. It's probably because we're in such close proximity.
Yeah, probably.
So if I get loud, it's probably gonna echo. I'm gonna tune us down a tad since audio's working really well.
Yeah, it's actually very like this mic right here is very clear.
Yeah, so I shouldn't mess
Don't
with
fuck it up
that.
though. Watch you fuck it up and all of our mics cut out.
No. We got this. We
All
got
right. Well,
this.
while you do that, so today, I know we were going to talk about a few topics. Some of them being we're now a couple weeks into all the spring anime, or is it summer? I don't know. Summer, spring,
Is it
whatever.
summer technically? I think it's still spring right now.
Spring
No,
animes.
it's about to be June. It's about to be summer.
Yeah. Okay. I guess it's still spring animes though. Yeah. You were talking about that sick One Piece episode that I don't watch because I don't watch One
So
Piece.
hold on. Have you seen the fight though? Have you seen the
I
fight?
only saw like 30 seconds of it. I saw the
Oh,
dude like powering up and like he went through his childhood, adulthood, like
this that exact clip I'm about to-
yeah, that shit was dope.
Oh, no, we're talking about the King of Zoro fight, so we can do both of them. And if Funimation comes for us, we just gonna have to take that.
Yeah,
L
you're gonna have to learn how to.
on
Yeah.
that part. But that I got it super small here, so hopefully their freaking AI things can't spot us. But let's just peep this real quick because they gave my nigga Sanji and Zoro so much shine this past fucking episode.
I will say, man, the animation has gotten so much better. I only watched like the first season of One Piece.
They have been putting them niggas through pain every episode. They have to animate a movie worth of fucking cinematics every week.
Yeah.
They are not eating. Help them, but don't make them stop.
Yeah, the animation has been incredible.
Yo, my nigga Sanji has been fighting this dinosaur nigga for 5 episodes.
Of course he has.
Full screen this shit. No, I did the opposite of full screen.
Okay.
He. Should we have the sound on?
No, that's good.
No, okay. This nigga out here dodging lasers. He finally got his fucking Ifrit John Blade going on.
What is that? What's that Ifrit?
So Oda bases a lot of the characters off of different like mythologies. So for Sanji, his is fire. So he uses a Final Fantasy has
Ifrit,
and Diablo. So a lot of fire based like gods and stuff. So
how do they? I mean, in One Piece again, I don't watch One Piece, but like, how like Luffy ate the gum fruit.
Yeah.
So like that explains his powers.
Yes.
But like this dude's like.
So he's actually a modified human.
Oh, did they like spin that in like episode 950 something? Like
no, his when they introduce his family, because you know what his family is until he kicks the nigga out the castle. That was so dumb. So they talk
that
about
shit, that Hell's Paradise shit. Ooh, that was such a good fight.
Yeah, we gonna just to break down Sanji. His family is they're called Germa 6. It's like a play on Germans.
Oh, okay.
And they have experimented on people. So his dad's actually just like a fucking savage.
Okay.
And for every one of his children, they genetically modified them with I think cybernetics and just regular like bio enhancements.
Yeah.
But his is unique to his siblings, where he actually combines his with hockey, and his whole thing is kicks. So he uses the fact that his body won't burn like regular people's to do all his like fire kicks and shit. Theoretically, he probably do that shit with his whole body, but as far as I know, he just uses the fact like friction and just straight up hockey to empower his legs with fire.
Yeah.
And then he just goes kicking. So that's his whole thing. So yeah, that's Sanji's family. If you wanna, we can go into this next one, which has been my favorite one. Zoro versus King. King, that flame on his back, he's Lunarian. So his whole species has the flames on their backs and can ignite themselves.
Okay.
Zoro is just that nigga. And
yeah, I mean, I know Zoro has been Sword Master Supreme. anyone puts him in a versus with anybody with a sword, it's like Zoro's gonna body him.
That nigga has 3 swords.
Yeah.
He's holding one in his mouth.
Yeah.
But this shit was so fucking insane.
I love this transformation though.
Like and then you saw they've been doing this shit for the past
or like
10 chapters.
His explosion when he does the move.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and
whoa.
He'll have his like his younger self to him growing up. They started doing that very recently. These past like I think 10 up chapters.
Yeah.
With one with Luffy fighting Kaido, and they were like, we're just gonna keep that shit going because people love that shit.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
The frame by frame, people eat that shit up. So King, he's that nigga too, but he ain't got no time to shine because Zoro's gonna.
I was like, yo, this is peak animation.
It's peak, man. They seeing Zoro's blow up. Yeah, Sanji hit his whole back.
That shit, there. I was like, yo. And they do it so quick, but then when you like zoom it down.
When you frame by frame, like, yo, they actually put a whole
masterpiece.
In the middle of this scene, this nigga turned his fire attack into his boss, into just dragon attacks, and Zoro's like, yo,
I'm gonna run on it. I'm gonna cut it.
I'm gonna do the Goku Kamehameha slide, but with fucking fire. And the thing that's dope about this, they've been hyping Zoro up for this like single fight the entire arc. So they had him like mastering his swords and learning like fire cutting techniques that one of the samurais teach him.
Yo, he's so ready.
Really
he's like sees this. He's like, I'm running into it. It's no big deal.
It's like I'm going straight into this nigga. It doesn't matter like what the fuck you shooting at me. This nigga King is giving his all. Like Kamehameha fire dragon blast, and Zoro's like, we here to scrap. I fucking love that shit, man.
Yeah.
I will.
I gotta say, like, again, I wasn't a big fan of One Piece at first when it first came out because of the animation. But this is peak animation. Everyone's going CGI, and One Piece is doing a good job at staying true to anime.
It's animation all the way.
Yeah, I really appreciate that about One Piece.
Mm-hmm. The gradual increase, I feel like Oda's done really well with the power scale.
Yeah.
Because Zoro in this fight, like, when he would got squished, like, even the beginning of this arc, you know what I mean? He was not ready for any of this shit. All that growing had to be done, like, right here and now for him to be able to square up with this nigga. Because they're over here destroying environments and shit.
Yeah.
And this is right after he fought Kaido.
Okay.
So Zoro, to help Luffy when he got knocked out, fought Kaido, like, head to head for, like, 20 seconds. All that nigga can handle. And then they had to like heal this nigga back up because that nigga Kaido broke every bone in his body.
Okay.
And then he was like, all right, I'm ready to scrap. I'm ready to fucking go. Yeah, man, I fucking love One Piece, man.
Okay. I mean, this fight scene alone had me like thinking I should go back. I mean, at least read the manga, catch up, and because ain't no way I'm watching all those episodes, but read the manga and catch up.
It's been One Piece fans have been eating so good, like on these past 2 episodes, and they haven't even had, and Luffy hasn't even done his thing yet. It's all leading up to Luffy's transformation for him to actually beat Kaido.
Damn,
so that's been great. But,
yeah. So this past couple of weeks, man, anime has been popping off. Like you said, it was this One Piece. There's been a lot of talk about that.
One Piece is good. I am really glad I picked Hell's Paradise straight off the name.
Yeah.
Because that one has actually been popping the fuck off.
It's been so good. It's been so good.
Would you consider it a horror anime?
No.
It's like has scary aspects, but like Demon Slayer, it's not horror.
Yeah, it's not horror.
But,
to me, it's just your standard action.
There, it'd be horror.
yeah, I guess so.
But you got Maru who's like he's OP but not OP. Like
no, I really like that. I like that all of the characters are kind of OP in their way, but not OP. Yes.
If they slash.
Yeah, and I like that the scaling against the enemy is just so drastic.
And I think this Hell's Paradise thing has the like strangest group of like monster things.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you think of one to compare?
I mean, I feel like Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan just has big humanoid motherfuckers. It's like zombies plus. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
they're dope, and they still in the power system. It's dope. But I mean, in the last episode, he fought
the god, the fish tank.
Yeah, the like meditating fish. I'm like, I've never. Whoever the fuck thought like mixing Buddha with fish head with whatever the fuck else going on.
I mean, I've definitely seen a lot of horror anime that had some creepy looking things.
But
what's that one? I Am a Hero, which is
yeah, they did the zombie stuff.
The zombie stuff. That was a really weird.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
it's still zombies. Like so. Let's just throw in this clip, yo. I'll be so sad if I'm just gonna blurt it out if Funimation actually comes for these.
I mean, they're on YouTube, right?
They're on YouTube, but they don't be playing with that shit. They don't be playing. Hopefully, because that's what you're right. The last one we did was not on YouTube. I don't know, but we're gonna play it. We're gonna let it rock.
Usually, if it's, I mean, I'm not sure if they mirrored it. A lot of people mirror it on YouTube.
That's such a smart move. Can I
and then
real quick on the stream while we're playing?
But what if they already mirrored it to put it on YouTube and you mirror it back?
It's gonna. We just gotta go with it. Yeah, I like a lot of them have Japanese like origin, but the way they did like the humanoid bugs and shit.
Yeah.
And
like the butterfly.
The characters can square up with these things.
Yeah, but I really like the fact in this that the skill, like I like shows where the villains are like crazy strong and then the characters have to work up, like you said, the whole Zoro fight. Zoro had to like build up that whole couple episodes. This, they're already starting off like, yo, no, these things are gods and they're fucking up everybody.
This is legit hell.
Yeah,
this is not for the weak.
Yeah.
And the way they had Gabimaru, they gave it almost like the like Saitama effect where he's like just too OP to die.
Yeah.
So he's not concerned about it, but he's like, no,
these things will kill me. Like he was like, as a normal human, I am killing everybody. I am the top human in the world, and
he killed all the other criminals.
Yeah.
Getting around, like, who's stopping this dude? These things.
Yeah.
These things are putting him in his place and bodying him, but he's able to throw hands.
Yeah, I will say the one thing I don't like about it is they're not allowing characters you to grow attachment to them yet. Only Gabimaru and her, but like every other character has been getting bodied and dying, and I'm like, I don't care about this person enough to die.
Nah, they're just fodder.
And I would like to, because some of them seem like they have interesting backstories.
Yeah.
Like I think the first episode, no spoiler, but they were like, there was this one guy with a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, I'm a weapons lord guy, and it was like, all right, you explained them for 30 seconds, body.
Just to get off. Just wasted my time.
Yeah, just for him to get bodied. They didn't even show the fight. It was just like, snap, dead.
Yeah. I'm hoping they work up to... They're still trying to keep that going, so it's like not, fucking, what was the assassin one? Where they had the same thing, but that group of assassins... What was his name? What was that called? Either way, they hyped up all of them, but as soon as they started getting bodied, you learn more about them, more about the body. Yeah. And they got to the last like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And it was Dragon Dude and the Assassin Girl, and they were like the last 2 of their whole squad.
Dragons.
At the end of it.
Interesting.
It's like something assassins.
Not a... Yeah. Not a Kami got killed?
Kami got killed, yeah.
Oh, Kami got killed. Okay.
It's almost a similar thing where it's like, yo, he met the first owner of the dragon suit, and he was like, yo, they almost gave him the common effect. Like, I don't want this nigga to die.
Yeah.
He died.
Yeah.
Spoiler, if you haven't seen the comic, he dies.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
That was definitely...
But,
that's a throwback anime, man.
Yeah. I loved it, man. I read the manga, I watched that anime. That was the original, like, not original, but one of those, like, bad bitch antagonists. I forget her name, but S Death or some shit like that. Yeah. Ice powers.
Ice Queen type bitches.
So
they did have like a whole like time where a bunch of anime just had ice bitches. It was like that. That was also the same time Claymore was out. It was just like a lot of women with ice powers. With big titties.
It was almost like the black people powers.
Yeah. It was like big titty, mean ice lady.
Oh man, yeah, that's
Yeah, I love that anime does that though. Like they really explore ideas. So like when isekais came out, they were like, we're gonna branch out and have like 50 different types of isekais.
All different stories that branch on stories.
Yeah, or they'll be like when swords came back, everyone's like, all right, like it was ninjas, and they're like 50 ninja anime, like 50 sword anime, 50 samurai anime. Yeah.
I mean, but they all have their little twist that make them special. Some are gonna stand out. I don't know how anything's gonna put Demon Slayer behind in like samurai anime. There's like the Vinland sagas and like this
Yeah,
good
the Viking
swords,
shit.
but
Yeah.
when it came to like just how they animate everything, the story, and you put like demons in it and shit, like Demon Slayer might be a cut above the rest. When it comes
Yeah.
to like, I mean, because you think of like Demon Slayer versus Rurouni Kenshin.
I mean, I will say Rurouni Kenshin had really good storytelling.
It was great. It was amazing.
Yeah.
He was that nigga with the reverse blade.
Yeah,
and,
hit people with the back of the sword.
And, and they brought him back from retirement to throw hands. But is I mean better than Demon Slayer?
Yeah, no. I like Demon Slayer. But that's because it's just more. It's Rurouni Kenshin's like real. If we were gonna say if it was like Afro Samurai versus Demon Slayer, I would probably pick Afro Samurai honestly, because it was like unreal but real. But like,
and they had Afro Samurai doing the music.
Yeah.
And Samurai Jackson was that nigga.
Yeah, but like I like the fact that had like was on that border of like, oh, this is like this guy could be a real samurai, but like no, he's doing some crazy shit.
Yeah. He didn't have any special powers and shit. He just would throw hands with whatever the fuck.
But he was throwing the hands against like unreal shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the funniest thing about Demon Slayer that I think is hilarious. I saw this shit on a podcast. Dude was like, "Yo, do you know that the Demon Slayer dudes are just doing regular shit, and that the effects are just all like
it's all in their head, yeah. Like they're just doing fire around the sword. There's no fire. He just really swung his sword.
They're swinging the sword around like normal people.
But I will say that's not necessarily the case because they will do cuts, and like when he gets his no spoiler, but Nezuko's little blood power, and he like lights his sword on fire. They actually burn.
That's real.
Yeah,
that's like, the burning fire shit's legit. But everything else that's like them doing their forms.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Glock no Jutsu. That's real.
That's the most fucking American breathing.
Right.
That shit out like okay, they're about that shit. Yo, Demon Slayers though. They tried to with the exact thing they were saying that they weren't doing before. They tried to do a little bit better with
the power skill. I mean the character development.
Yeah, they tried to do a little bit better with.
A little. They're trying.
It's
like
still just Tanjiro, like I just need to breathe better.
Yeah.
Just hold my breath. And now they brought in this nigga. He was they brought him in like what second episode for the tournament fight.
I will say I love Demon Slayer's side characters. Mm-hmm. Every single side character on Demon Slayer is better than the main characters.
I mean, Zenitsu be crying too much, but fucking what's Pighead name? Dude's name?
Inosuke. Yeah.
They haven't gone into his backstory much. That's like,
no, they haven't.
Whole thing to do because they haven't shown his like master. They haven't done nothing.
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, they need to give him some shine. Right now, Tanjiro just been soloing everything that comes at him.
But this is a good arc though. I really like it. The Sword Village. I like seeing just the information behind the swords and like how they work. This is a really cool backstory.
Yeah. I think the demons have been dope. The fact that Tanjiro's ancestor's uncle or whatever shook that nigga Musan to his core so bad that all the other demons got PTSD from seeing that nigga.
So if we're gonna rank the anime right now,
Demon Slayer?
No, rank the anime for spring. Which one do you think is the best anime out right now? So I not including One Piece. One Piece is like
put that out there. That's been 10 years, 15 years in the making.
Yeah.
I don't. Demon Slayer also has had time. You talking about like new, like fresh? Or you talking about
no? Okay, like if we're rating just this season, like
just this season,
like not the other seasons counting. So Demon Slayer, you can say, hey, from this season, from the moment they walked into that village to now, that like you said, or One Piece, you could do One Piece and say from the moment.
One Piece.
Yeah,
they've been building up to the point where they're fighting. They've started this spring season technically on boss fights.
Well, that's good.
They're on boss fights right now. After this season, they're gonna chill out for a little bit, and they're gonna go and like do the regular sailing shit. It's probably gonna be a filler movie. They're gonna give them niggas a break.
Okay.
They said the Gear 5. I saw a fucking article. The Gear 5 episode was 9 months in the making.
Damn.
They are going the fuck. You talking about flashbacks and all that shit? Luffy legit dies. Spoiler, it's in the manga. Everybody knows. Luffy legit dies and comes back to life because of his ability. and with that, he gets Gear 5.
Interesting.
They're hyping that shit up so much that they're taking a long break afterwards. They already did the red haired Shanks movie. Like they're chilling after this. I wouldn't be surprised to take a half a year break.
Damn.
But
I mean,
Demon
that's fine.
Slayer, they have this. This is episode what, like 6?
So yeah, so you're gonna say One Piece number 1. Okay, but like One Piece is god tier anime.
It's too high.
Yeah.
I think Demon Slayer is a strong just because they're also at boss fights. Everything that from now on is going to be boss fights. Tanjiro's not going to be fighting no lower level demons anymore.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that he went in, started fighting the upper ranking demons, and it's just consistently been that. It hasn't gone back to the dumb demons.
He's not going to be going through a normal town and handle some nobodies.
Yeah, like I hate that about shows. There's this show I used to watch called Supernatural. I don't know if anybody watches Supernatural, but I'm an old man. But in that show, it was like they would fight the devil and then they'd go back to fighting a ghost. It was like, how do you struggle with this ghost now that you fought Satan?
Lucifer, and then it's like a regular fucking ghost in a haunted house.
Yeah,
being, like thrown around.
Like Tanjiro should not have don't even do that. And I like the Demon Slayer. It's like, no, he fought upper ranking. Now he's just going to continue fighting upper.
And if he does, they're going to get handled so easily his side.
But I would say this is one of the shows that could have him go back, and that's just because in every fight against the upper, it is not Tanjiro like fighting him alone.
No,
it's always a Hashira.
It's always jump that nigga. That's the one thing I love about them is like, no, we are jumping. like a lot of animes do the we're a 1-on-1 in this shit. No. One thing I love about Dragon Ball is like we will jump this shit. I don't care. Like Broly, 5 of us are fucking fighting you. You are too OP.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, same thing. Every sword hand we throwing hands at you because you are a problem.
Yep.
We are not playing with that shit. Yeah, that's one thing I like a lot.
And I like the lack of hesitation. They don't give the villain like time to do nothing. Like the villain will sit there and like be like, "I'm so overpowered. You know, I can talk. I can like
monologue, all the villain shit, yo."
Yeah, but in the middle of the villain trying to talk, they're like, "All right."
Yeah. You just talking too much.
They have all internal monologues.
That's the funny thing. All of it could be like, this is happening in,
a split second of my head, but the villain's actually taking the time to speak out loud.
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
And then they get cocky. And it's downfall.
So Demon Slayer would be your number 2.
I've been paying attention to it the most. Dice is dope, but they are not the point where they're fighting bosses.
I mean, I feel like they came on that island, they were fighting bosses.
But can you imagine what real bosses are?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I would say that for me, Hell's Paradise is probably number 1, just because it's unique.
It is.
It's very unique, and it came out strong with some ferocity.
It's like they started Demon Slayer on hard mode.
Yeah.
And they're still working their way up.
Yeah. I like that. They were like, hey, we're going to introduce this character. He is the most broken person alive.
Literally can't be fucking executed.
Yeah, and then they were like, and now we're going to unbreak this nigga. we're going to break him. Yeah, we're going to break him. Yeah.
It's like I can't say this like time effect, but it's a great way. It's like opposite of Sanji.
Yeah.
He had to grow to where he's at. God was going to have to do it. He's already somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I argue with some island, you're gonna have to realize you ain't big fish over there.
Yeah, I like that. I also really like that in Hell's Paradise, the way they brought in these like god people. What are they called? They start with the thing.
They're not the 7 deadly sins, but there's 7 of them.
Yeah, those dudes, they are just savage. They're just they're monsters, and they are immortal and.
Work up to them.
Yeah.
And whoever, I feel like it's not gonna be just him. They might bring. I didn't read that much into the manga.
Yeah, I did not read it, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
so.
It's all fresh. So.
Is it complete? Is the manga finished?
I doubt it. It came out like 4 years ago. Usually things, even if it's a 12, 24, 3-season anime, the manga chapters come out.
So slow. Yeah.
Every other week.
Yeah, I mean, I would just.
I gotta text you later.
Yeah, my dad, he also just called me. Yeah. Hey, Black Fathers. Black Fathers for the win.
I got a decent reason. Like, oh, wait, you back. Okay.
So you'd say it's One Piece, Demon Slayer.
I definitely respect the Hell's Paradise, I think it's dope. But just the fact that where they're at and what they're throwing hands with.
I mean, yeah, you're right. It's kind of hard to compete with something that has been building a storyline for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say Hell's Paradise coming in new. So how about you are like, hey, these are the old ones that are top tier. I can talk about the new ones that are like top tier. So for me, it would be again Hell's Paradise is a new anime spring, its body and everything.
Yeah.
Outside of Hell's Paradise, the second anime I'd say would probably be. Again, I'm a sucker for isekais, and I will say, In Another World with the smartphone just hasn't been hitting like I thought it would. I think it's some animes if you wait too long, it's just not as.
It needs to be intense.
Well, they've waited like 4 years, 5 before coming out with the second season, so when they do that, it kind of just loses its. I started watching. I was like, I forgot what the fuck happened in the show in the first. I'm gonna have to rewatch the show, and I just didn't watch it again. But there's this other one called what is it? It's let me X out of this. Funimation can't get mad at us because we're actually paying for.
In Another World, no, In a Godless World.
Yeah, it's not that one. It's and that's the other thing about anime. These long titles.
They have been going in with long.
I got a cheat skill in Another World, and Unrivaled in the Real World. That shit has been pretty fire. It's like a little slice of life, little RPG.
It's like if the Persona characters got an anime.
Yeah,
go somewhere else to find your song and something come back and everyone's like, why are you so dumb?
Yeah. That. Actually, that probably wouldn't be my second. It might be Dead Mount Death Play.
They reverse isekai.
Yeah.
And
a villain, like.
and they did an evil dude. Yeah. And he has to get used to the modern world, modern technology. I know this from the manga. I liked it. I liked the premise from the manga.
Yeah.
It was dope, but I guess they did a timey thing instead of like different world thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, he just gets sent to the future a couple 100,000 years or something.
Oh, is that what happened?
My bad. Spoiler.
Okay.
My bad. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
You're on episode 7. I feel like they should have hinted that already.
I mean,
with where it's at in the where it came up in the manga.
They kinda maybe it's like it's just there's no magic in this world really.
No,
yeah. So like I was like, okay, he came from, and there were dragons and stuff in the other world.
Well, it might be episode 12 thing if you haven't seen it. I feel like it came up really early in the manga, but it's only a nod. No, like, because there's a certain character in the beginning that he's like, how are you here?
Yeah.
Right? And so I thought that was earlier on.
That's cool. So maybe that one dude who was about to body him comes back. That would be dope.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of. I don't know if they've taken any changes to the story, so that could be. But I really like the premise. The idea that these characters genre changes so much that people start going, let's start mixing them up. They're gonna go from the fantastical world to the normal world, and they're nerfed and have to.
Well, I will say I don't like Dead. I actually do like Dead Mount Death Play a lot. I just wish that they had more, just stronger people for him to fight. Because I mean, he literally is like. And so far he's just kind of been chilling, just kind of walking around.
Episode 7, once you get to season 2.
for me, if it's not a good anime within the first 3 to 5 episodes, actually that's not fair. Because Gurren Lagann was very slow up until episode 8, and then it was like firecracker.
Yeah. Pablo, hold on.
Yeah.
We need some vengeance.
Yeah.
And I feel like they really do that the same thing. Like they took so I know in the first place he's like a loner necromancer dude. He's like, I don't need no friends, I don't got none of that.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I don't like Dead Mount Death. I don't like when they like humanize villains. I want a villain to like be a villain. And they're like, oh, he's a villain, but he's not really a villain.
That's fair.
Like
but he was raised as a necromancer.
But I want him to be like a necromancer killing everybody, just killing people, just coming into the world. Yeah, isekai and just start killing people.
I feel that. Yeah, like you said, they still spit on it, but it's like we never had a necromancer hero before.
I mean, I guess it's just again. I just want someone to come in and be like, if you're gonna do it reverse isekai with the villain, let him be a villain. Like, don't try to make him a good main character.
He's like, so I feel that for sure. And I feel like as a protagonist, it's not gonna work. It has to be an antagonist. They probably won't get that shine.
Yeah.
Just because protagonist, you need to be able to root for the protagonist. I don't think there's many other than like Death Note, which really did have the villain be that nigga. You can't just be watching people body people unchallenged and feel like you're getting a good journey.
Yeah. So I would say Death Mount, Death Play, number 2. So Hell's Paradise, Death Mount, Death Play. And then number 3, that's very hard. I don't even know what number 3 would be. Yeah, I don't even know what number 3 would be. Maybe the cheat one in Another World. I really liked
Not Vinland Saga. He had his first fight.
Yeah, and but we're 20 episodes in. Like, no. I will not give Vinland Saga that, and Thorfinn's just been a bitch, and I don't like it.
He's been playing Farmville. He's been living that farm sim life.
Yeah. I'd say maybe I got a cheat skill in Another World would be. I will say the Kamikatsu has gotten really good. I like that one. I like when animes go back to their not back to their roots, but they don't just the whole liberal crap. They're like, no, we're gonna throw titties in here. We're gonna be extra lewd. We're gonna do that. I like that anime's staying true to that and not letting the world shape anime. So I appreciate that and that.
Got you.
Mm-hmm. But let's go into games, man. I know a lot has been happening with gaming.
PlayStation did their big thing. That's the new thing now. The big E3s and all that are gone. The companies are like, we're gonna have to do this ourselves. We're gonna have our own showcases. So did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it. Yeah, I don't.
Was there anything on there that you kept an eye on?
I mean, right now I'm just excited for Armored Core. Again, I'm a mecha person, so Armored Core. But I don't really think I need to watch a whole conference to see. I usually just watch little clips afterwards. So I did see some things. Yeah. I saw Spider-Man look dope.
Spider-Man for sure. I'm excited for that.
I didn't play the first one though on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't play the Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
So,
it's Spider-Man though. It's not gonna be.
That's what I'm like.
You're gonna recognize all the villains and be doing their thing. I think it's dope, man. This is a completely unique story from like the Marvel comics.
Oh, really?
They usually do that, but this is the first time Peter's gonna have like the Venom symbiote. That was one big thing there.
Yeah, I saw the black suit and I was like, all right. They're like, oh, can I say the N-word now? I was like, no, Peter, no, you can't.
Don't work
it's
like
just a suit.
It don't work like that. But so it's gonna in the comics they never had Peter have the Venom symbiote at the same time Miles was there.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool. Miles' power is actually I think the symbiote doesn't handle electricity well.
So when is this a video of?
This is the Armored Core trailer.
Oh man.
So From Software is doing this one.
Mm-hmm.
They are the people who do the Dark Souls or not Dark Souls. Dark Souls and Dead Souls.
Dark Souls and not Dead Souls. Dark Souls also does. They did Bloodborne, right?
Bloodborne, all those games.
Yeah, all those kind of games.
So, and they're doing this one now. I actually watched their breakdown video because I didn't play every Armored Core game. I only played 4, or I think it was 5.
Yeah.
And they were talking about they broke down this trailer entirely, and everybody likes it so far, depending on like the customization of the mechs.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I like about Armored Core, the customization.
You literally like. It's like grinding RPG but with mechs.
Yeah.
So just in this trailer, they show a lot of variety of the different like leg types, the different abilities, the movement speed of the game, because you're gonna be moving, and they're like, is it gonna be like Dark Souls where you're gonna be getting wrecked, or is it gonna be like standard?
That's a weird combo for
a mech game, right?
Yeah, for them to make it.
Yeah, so they're talking about how in the previous games they didn't have enemies with such telegraphed attacks, and that might be a big factor where if you are fighting a boss and you see some shit you obviously shouldn't get hit by, you might get one shot. And that's some real shit.
And that's how it should be, yeah.
If you hit with a laser cannon, you're not just like, oh, I'm okay. No, you're fucking evaporated like that. So they might be throwing in a little bit of that.
I would hope they would do that, actually.
Especially if they're going to have, they're talking about having PvP, so no co-op.
I was gonna say what I want is for everyone to have really great customization for your mech, and then for us to be able to go online and like fight each other.
Yes.
With our mechs, and that's how every mech game should be. Like I want a Gundam that I can make myself and compete with. Yeah. Tweak it. PvE is cool, but PvP is what keeps the game alive for a long time.
Yeah. A lot better. Raids and stuff. I hope they're bringing raids and stuff, like being able to work together and having. I mean, Destiny did that really well, with the raid thing, and you could kind of customize your people, but not anywhere to that extent.
So I saw this Armored Core is coming back. So there's a bunch of games coming back. Spider-Man, we grew up with Spider-Man. Armored Core grew up with Armored Core. Yeah. And then I saw Metal Gear coming back. Metal Gear,
bringing everything back, man. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. Like game company just kind of slowed down, and now they're like, let's get these people back to work.
Yes. COVID fucked the whole gaming industry. It's been dead for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down.
No sense. Y'all all could telework and make games, but whatever.
I'm telling you, the difference between being in the same place. We're seeing it now. A lot of these have been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was past 2 years.
But they could have upcharged games by like $20.
Yeah, I mean they're talking about doing. They said Grand Theft Auto 6 might be like $80.
That would be worth $80 though. People have been playing it for 10 years.
I mean, they basically had $100 games with Grand Theft Auto 5, and how long it's been going on DLC packs.
I think the average GTA person spends like $100 on GTA.
Probably. Yeah. Now, I mean, if
with the shark cash and stuff that they've bought over the years, like the average person spent like $100, I think, which is great for a gaming company. And they said GTA 6 might actually come out like as soon as next year.
Wow. Ooh.
And they've been doing a really good job keeping it under wraps. And it's gonna come out as soon as next year.
They got them people in a pod, and they're not letting them out. They can't say shit. Apparently, we pulled up a map a couple episodes ago. Apparently, that was leaked, and it might be wrong.
Really?
It was every map released is apparently either just completely fake or like none of the people, none of the Rockstar people have confirmed it. It might be completely fake. The size should be legit. Right, they want it to be.
I saw something scaled. It was like it looked like it was like 5 of the original size. Like
so that's accurate, but the actual shape of it not confirmed. It could be anything.
Interesting.
You're right. They've been keeping it under wraps hard. They haven't. I haven't seen anything concrete about who the characters will be.
Yeah.
I'm like we talked
Rockstar has been really good at that though, because even Red Dead Redemption before that came out, they were like. No, you didn't hear about it, and then it was like Red Dead. Here's a whole game.
Yeah, that NDA contract must be terrifying. Like, they got your wife and kids.
Yeah, at gunpoint in your house. Like,
they are serious.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm looking. That's just something I'm excited to. I'm excited to play video games again. We need to do some like gaming session, like Street Fighter 6. That's a big one.
Yeah.
I don't think that was at PlayStation Showcase. Or I think no. But I'm excited. They announced Street
Fighter 6. They usually do that like in a fighting game, like
Evo or
something. Yeah, they'll do their.
But they said Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat 11, and Tekken 8 all in the same year, all maybe before the end of next year.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for Capcom anymore.
That's fair. You said he's talking to my cousin. He's been on that thing like crazy. And all my friends been big into Street Fighter since 4. 5 definitely fell off, but I'm excited for 6. I think the open beta and the demo, it seems like they're trying to actually do something the fans actually like this time instead of like 5.
Yeah.
Like one good thing is eventually they start listening to the fans, or else it's gonna hit them in their pocket. So. I'm excited for that. Tekken, I actually want to play Tekken-ish, kind of. Like, they brought in, like they're trying to be good with...
I just don't like that they're not coming out with large rosters. Yeah, like Street Fighter, come on, man. Mm-hmm. I loved Ultra Street Fighter for arcade. What is it called? Super Ultra.
Super Mega Ultra version.
Yeah.
Like 40 characters.
Yeah. Like Smash Bros. Does it. Come on.
Smash Bros. Does it, yeah. They're really big on balancing, though. That's one thing I think that makes them check out characters so slowly. Is that if somebody's even a little too broken, they're like, no, I gotta do all this.
Yeah, but they also do a bad job at it because they'll release a character and that character is broken for the whole first.
It's like the attempt to not do it might not be worth holding all the characters.
Yeah,
back.
I would rather them just. I mean, Smash Brothers is it balanced? That's a very unbalanced game.
It's extremely, but it also, until the most recent one, wasn't really trying to be competitive.
Yeah, but it was very unbalanced, and you had fun, and it was cool. Street Fighter, I don't think does a really good job of balancing. They'll come out, they'll be like, oh, we're gonna release these characters slow over time. They're not gonna be balanced for the first couple of months, and then we'll do it. It's just I think takes away from the game.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
They just, like, because so many of those characters, they're trying to keep a timeline with this one, but so many of the characters that people want to see, like, fucking Sean from Third Strike, Makoto, like, all the characters.
Sean definitely needs to be in the shit.
You know, they're bringing all these, like, Chun-Li's kid is fighting now, and, like, I don't think Ken's in it. T-Hawk's kid is in it, and Guy's new student, and all these other
I like the whole hip hop vibe to it, the whole hip hop theme vibe to it.
Colors and all that. They're trying to be cool with it. In 4, the EX move was just like black, right? And just had that black split. But now every character has the colors. I think you can change it depending on
how you make your character
settings are. The avatar things. Okay. I cannot wait to get in a fucking fighting lobby and have to fight some of the atrocious things that people have been making in those. They probably got to scale down.
I want to make someone with really huge arms, but like all their attacks are kicks. Like tiny legs, huge arms, and everyone's like, "Oh, this dude's gonna beat."
What the fuck is going on? Yeah, so shit like that, I'm super excited for, and I feel like that's something that fighting games haven't really had, is the customized character thing like that.
No, exactly. I just wish they had a larger character roster. They definitely should bring that back. Yeah, I like Street Fighter 4 strictly because it was a fun game. Everyone had like their character they were good at. I hated 5 because everyone used the same characters.
Yeah, because they were strong.
Yeah.
So hopefully they learn. I'm hoping Capcom learned.
Capcom hasn't learned in the past 15 years about anything.
Because with fighting games coming, because 5 happened. 5 was out during the pandemic. Fighting games kind of lost all their steam. 5 wasn't good, and they know that. MK, Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Blaze Blue, all these other fighting games
just came in and just wrecked. Yeah.
And Street Fighter was like, is that even coming up at EPO? Like, people even playing that? Like, Third Strike got more plays than 5.
Yeah.
So if they have to learn, if they want to be successful, they have to. If they don't, then it's gonna be bad and it's gonna fall off. MK is trying to be crazy, bringing in Omni-Man and Highlander and fucking, who else was it? The one John Cena's character in DC.
I wouldn't do another Marvel vs. Capcom, honestly. I would have been like,
after 3. They're gonna try not to put mutants in it again for some stupid reason. They don't deserve it.
That's actually very true.
They don't deserve it. I don't care. That game was around for a little bit. It was a little hype. Dragon Ball Z Fighters crushed it. Yeah, it's done. I'll still take Marvel vs. Capcom 2 over
every. Yeah.
Because they just.
I do too. I would take that over 3.
I like Fighters. It's dope, but the way Capcom did that, they had no reason to leave out the X-Men. That was disgusting.
Well, I think.
But
maybe it's the whole movie licensing stuff.
It is. No, it absolutely is. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't care. There's no reason. The games and all that are not that entwined. It's like they had like Steve Rogers, Captain America, all that shit in there. No.
Yeah.
No, they had no reason. Wolverine was even in it.
Yeah.
And they just said all you other mutants can just scoot.
Yeah, they should have paid the money.
They did. I liked what they attempted with the story. Mixing in the Capcom characters, the Marvel characters, and having like Ultron. What's Mega Man's villain's name? Ultron, Mega Man, Ultra thing. Yeah, that was cool.
Sure.
Yeah, no, it's not rocking with me personally.
Yes, yes. Okay.
And the fighting game community also, like, it just wasn't hitting.
So you're excited about the Street Fighter?
All the fighting games, except for Mortal Kombat doesn't hit high on my list. But if they keep on if they keep on trying to be the Fortnite of fighting games, where it's like I'm gonna be able to play as Omni-Man
or play as Jason or like
who else? Wow, they had Predator and all these other like movie and TV show characters in the fighting game. Tekken doesn't do that. Street Fighter don't do that. They're gonna have to start having like Fortnite characters in Mortal Kombat.
Smash Bros does it.
Smash Bros kind of, but they're also
they put Kazuya in there. They have
they started getting fire.
Sora's in there.
Yeah, all Nintendo products. They kind of got a little bubble over, but they're like, we don't give a fuck who you are. If you want to be in our game, we'll take you. If you want to be John Wick, It's probably gonna be a Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, probably.
I that shit. I called it episode 8. John Wick, MK is 1 now. They went a full circle. MK 1.
Yeah. Okay. So you're excited for the fighters. Right now, I'm loving this Breath of the Wild, or not Breath of the Wild. Tears of a Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. I have not had the time to sit down and play it, but I'm loving that they're like the Switch can handle big open world experiences like this.
Yes.
And I've been keeping an eye on. I've just been seeing the clips from what people have been
building. Yo, this shit is hilarious. Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm waiting for Encore. I'm following Encore Facebook page. I'm waiting for Encore for it's some dude on a mech in Tears of the Kingdom that they built and drive around with the freaking mech. And they really done something amazing.
And I love how vast it is. Like I was playing the game and I was like, wow, I'm playing the same world as Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. And then like there's this in the game there's like this chasm you can go to and it's like a hole in the ground. Mm-hmm. And then you can go into the underworld, which is an entirely other map about the same size as the map above the world. I was like, what?
People in Minecraft like, just out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I was like, what? This whole thing is under here, and then they don't tell you all of the details in the game. So like, there's a skill you can get called auto build, and it'll like, it'll save blueprints, and you can just like, as long as you have the materials around, it will just automatically build it. But they don't tell you that, and you have to do a mission to get it. But you can go the whole game without getting that skill.
Yeah, just like the mounts and all that they had in the first one. Yeah, they've been...
Other cool thing, the mounts transferred from the first one to this one.
Really? That's dope.
Yeah, so I had Ganon's mount. I actually ended up killing it, so...
They die? I didn't know they could die.
Yeah, it's like I was running, I jumped off the mountain just kept running off a cliff, and then like... it died. And I tried to go back to my stable, and it was like, nope, you don't have it anymore. And I'm like... Well, yeah. So they built the underworld and they built the sky world. So now there's like the world in the sky, the world underground. Then you still have the main world.
The main world,
yeah.
They said the Switch can handle this stuff.
Yeah,
Pokemon's been doing some things with like Target a while. Like we can have Pokemon running around in a giant world, and
yeah, man.
We can. Pokemon, I think, has way more characters than Legend of Zelda, but I'm proud of Nintendo and what they're putting the Switch through.
Yeah,
because they're putting this little handheld console.
It to me is still my favorite console, even though PS5 came out, even though the new Xbox. The Switch right now, I don't know what that new handheld for the PlayStation. I did see that was stupid, but
Steam Deck.
Yeah,
have been trying. That's gonna be a whole other type of thing.
But the Switch, man, their Nintendo is a good gaming company. They make sure they put their games first. Mm-hmm. They make consoles surrounding the games they're coming out.
Yeah,
and
they've learned.
Yeah, and they don't let any other party get a hold of their games.
Nope. If we make it, we are keeping it. Don't care how it sells. Yeah. Not a single another game system is getting fucking Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Getting Zelda. Y'all can't touch it. It's ours. Make your own.
Yep.
Hold that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've been profiting from it. It's been a great console. It's been solid. So
yeah, man.
I'm proud of Nintendo. I'm proud I've been putting fucking stupid amounts of money into Pokemon games every time they come out.
You buy a whole Nintendo to play one game a lot of the time.
Literally.
Yeah.
They've been keeping like all their studios have been keeping solid. Nintendo's been if there was another console war, Nintendo kind of was in the background, especially during like the Wii days. Wii U was like forget about it.
Yeah, I mean we went through the whole graphic horror. Thing. And that's still kind of a thing, like, best graphics specs. But then I think a lot of the older gaming audience is like, I want a good game. The graphics are cool. I mean, I guess for like, if you play 2K and stuff, it's like, all right, wow, it looks more like the players.
Yeah, those should really be graphically tested.
Yeah.
All you got is that.
But Nintendo is like, our games are fun. Like, and they don't have to look real to be fun.
Yeah, they can have that
cartoony
look. Art style, and it can be amazing. So,
and I love that. Breath of the Wild. That art style is a timeless art style. Yeah. It is. I can pick up this game 10 years from now, and it'll still look good.
It'll be an adventure. It'll be a journey.
I went back to play like Call of Duty, one of the old ones, like Call of Duty 4, and I was like, this game looks terrible because it's supposed to look real, and it doesn't look real.
It just fall through the cracks where it matters. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm proud of them. man. They've been putting in work.
Yeah, they say that another Switch might be coming out next year. Allegedly, the Switch Pro or whatever. They're finally going to do like a upgraded version because the OLED one wasn't really an update. It was just like OLED screen. I need a better processor.
I feel like they'll be doing more of those instead of making something to surpass the Switch. Here's something Switch adjacent. Here's something Switch connected. Here's a Switch improvement. Because I feel like the thing that killed the Wii U was the Switch. The thing that killed the Game Boy was the DS. They keep on killing.
Yeah, no, but that's what they do. Because eventually there is a point where you're like, all right, all these games have to be able to play on the oldest of our console.
Yeah.
And if it can't play on the oldest, like even the 3DS, the 3DS was like that console was around for like how many years? Like almost. No, 3DS was like 10 years. Like you running, it was like
they kept on trying 2DS, 3DS.
Well, they had the 3D, they had the 3DS, they had the flat one, the 2DS, they had the 3DS XL, they had a 3DS with the extra analog stick. Yeah. They
kept trying.
Yeah, but they kept doing it, and all of the games had to play. And there was only like 2 games that was for the new 3DS with like the analog sticks. Yeah, but they all had to have that.
They had a ton of them though. Not a lot of them even utilized all those game features. What was the one? Not the word goblin.
World Ends With You.
World Ends With You was the only game.
That was my favorite. One of my favorite.
They used all the mechanics DS had. I didn't know you could blow into it as a mechanic. And so like
the little microphone.
Like who used that? Like Pokemon didn't even use that.
Yeah.
And they had like 4 games come out.
Yeah.
Like they were serious. Also, a little shout out to Dragon's Dogma. I didn't even have Rukon up here this whole. Shout out to Dragon's Dogma 2. I played that game 4 different times, and they said we're finally gonna come out with 2 12 years later.
Yeah, Dragon's Dogma, man. I love a good RPG. I just also wish they came out with another like console MMO. Like, oh man, they needed to do a console MMO.
Have you seen? You should try out Warframe. I saw a video. They had a recent update.
I actually played Warframe for a while.
Have you played it recently? They have completely changed it. When I say they have changed it for the better, I watched a MMO reviewer. It made me want to play the game. They have taken away probably all things I think that you wouldn't like. They have made it a lot.
So I played it when it came out, and it was like when we all were playing it. Yeah. And then I played it again when Destiny started to die down, and I played it. It was like this whole game's been revamped. I have a spaceship now, and I'm walking around it. Yep. I was like, it feels very like they just took a lot of Destiny and tried to put it in work. Are you saying they revamped it again since then?
Yes.
What the fuck, man?
It's honestly it's a whole new game, free too.
Yeah,
completely free.
Good. I think I still have my. I paid for a Vauban.
Yeah, like yeah, that's the right name.
Yeah, a Vauban. Yeah, I paid for one of those.
Yeah. So I am really impressed with what they did. I watched the dude play through the whole introduction.
Is it on PS5? Can I download it on PS5?
Yeah. Okay. It's still just like they have a lot more RPG elements. They're trying to add a lot more interesting things. They're trying to give the world more depth. Without being like really like because before you just run around and you're like I don't really know what's happening. Just killing these guys. They've tried to really like emphasize the story. They've added in. I mean, so when you're in the spaceship, did you have the jet suit?
Jet suit when I was in the spaceship with the Vauban?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
They had flying combat.
What? That's actually pretty sick.
So you're still your ninja. You can still run through the areas, but at certain points you get launched out into space. You're just like how your ship would come to you. You have a jetpack. I forget what it's called. A jetpack to you that come up attached to your warframe, and now you're playing a space shooter.
That's pretty dope.
You still have your abilities that your Vauban has. That your Warframe has. Your jetpack has its own ability. You can go heavy speed, fighting. You still get swords and all that shit.
Yeah.
And you still fly around.
That's the one thing I didn't like about Warframe. I felt like their shooting combat was not that great. It was like Space Ninjas. Okay, you have your swords and stuff. I like the Vauban because it went back to more like a
traditional
shooter character. That's what made me kind of like want to play it. And then, but you're saying that the shooting.
I think it's worth just peeking and giving it.
Okay.
That changed a lot. Okay. I agree with you. The shooting combat was not the focus. And that's probably what I liked about it because I was like, I'm gonna get a weapon and I'm gonna hit people with it.
Yeah, and you're gonna run around and mash the sword over and over again.
And I'm gonna get this like sight guy. I'm gonna get these dual-handed axes. I'm gonna get this big hammer, and I had the Rhino. I had my
Rhino Prime.
I don't think I got to the Prime. I think I was using Red. I got the Volt Prime. Volt was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because you could be fast, and if you had one of the weapons,
I like little Necro, like the one that brought them back.
Oh, I like that one too. I remember what it called. It was Necro something.
Yeah.
And you could bring them all back. They had so many dope suits.
But that's another thing. They did not explain how to get shit in that game, which I didn't like. You had to. The world was there was no story really. It was just you're just running around.
This thing exists. You can get the parts for it
and you got to grind.
I think they have been doing a better job with giving them characters some depth, giving them some story.
Yeah, I'm realizing lore is important, and for me in games, it's really important. I don't like to just play a game where there's no lore.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah. I mean, where we talked about Destiny 1 failed is that a lot of their stuff they hid behind an app on your phone.
No, I think that's what made it great.
That was great.
That's what made it great. That was different though, because Destiny 1 was about building a sense of community. And they did a really good job. Like, you want to do these raids, we're going to go old school MMO style where you have to be in a guild, you have to be in a group, you have to have a group of friends.
They did pretty well on that too. They try to keep up with that.
Yeah. The only thing is, they scrapped the whole story. They scrapped the whole plot, and it was just like, apparently they're trying to bring Cade back.
I saw that in the show, the PlayStation thing. Yep. Apparently they're bringing back the character. He is still dead. There is a dead realm.
Yeah.
And they can't RIP the Lance Ritter. They can't bring Zavala back. But apparently Cade is going to be trying to help them.
Well, Zavala's still in the game, right?
Zavala's still in the game. They could recast him. Yeah. So maybe they'll do that. But if it gets to the point where, like...
Maybe punch him in the throat or something. And, like, after that, his voice is like... a whole different voice.
Different after he dies, whatever, yeah. So now, that's what it seemed like to me. I don't know, because it was just a trailer. But, what's her name was talking to him, and then it looked like he was, I don't know how Exo can look dead, or not Exo, whatever.
Yeah, he's an Exo.
Okay, yeah. What were the blue people?
The Awoken?
Okay, yeah. So, I don't know, he had, like, white flames coming from him. He looked dead, and it looked like he was in hell, whatever the Destiny version of that was. So
interesting.
That would be cool, man. The game's trying to come back. They're trying to come back strong.
Yeah, Destiny's, I think, lost all of its fan. Like, I mean, not all. There's definitely hardcore players, but...
And depending on what you're going for, you might only need a few thousand people to keep a game alive. I think the whole idea of, like, trying to cater to
the
millions, you got to keep your core base, you know?
I agree. And that's where a lot of companies fuck up. They all fuck up in that regard.
Because, I mean, if you think about it, like, even if they have, I mean, let's say 10,000 people playing consistently, making content, you know, streaming it, recording it, you are good.
Yeah, like, apparently, what's that game? No Man's Sky? That game was tanked on launch, but apparently...
They have brought it back. They did the awful thing of lying about their game the entire time.
Yeah.
But after they made their sales, they did the respectable thing of making their game
what they said it was going to be. Yeah, but no one wants it anymore because it's not. We have a short attention span.
But yeah, I mean, if somebody out there wants an endless sky thing where you can, it's there for them.
Yeah,
but it's not going to be in the.
I was just very disappointed when they had two people land on the same planet. Stand at the same location and they couldn't see each other.
And especially with all that work
they were like, oh, it's an open world, you can bump into people, it's just so massive you're not going to.
Nope, they just lied. That's the worst thing. I mean, good for them for redeeming themselves, but you should never. That's an awful thing.
Yeah,
just to straight up lie to your fans like that.
Well, I feel like a lot of gaming companies do that.
Not being as honest as what you can give. I mean, every seller is going to do that.
I don't like buying the same item I bought like for in a different game and then like having to buy it again in like another version of it. Like Destiny, I was like, all right, I got my like bad juju, and I get Destiny 2, and it's like I gotta pay again for fucking
bad juju.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll say I bought Skyrim 4 different times. And that game gave me what they said they would.
Yeah, that's
one of those where it's like, I'll buy Skyrim for this console.
So, gaming wise, top game you're looking out forward to is Street Fighter or fighting games.
It has to be Armored Core. I'm really excited for. It has to be second, but Street Fighter is gonna be my number one. Fighting game in general, I'm excited for.
You're not like me. I don't know, man. That Diablo's looking pretty cool.
Diablo, I want to play. I do want to play that.
Yeah.
I've never played one before.
Really?
No, not really. No.
If you have a Switch, I'd be like, here's my Diablo. Go play it. I have Diablo 3.
I'll grab 4. I'll grab 4. I've been seeing people talk about it. It's not out yet. It's coming out
like a couple weeks. And then that new Final Fantasy.
That
looks sick.
I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch somebody play that. I loved 15. Yeah. 15 was amazing. Literally anything that would make you cry.
Yeah, I love
this
15.
One, I will watch the movie because them things are long.
Nah, that Final Fantasy 15 was short.
That thing was like 40 hours to beat.
Zelda is like 180 hours.
It's still long.
You played Skyrim.
It's still long.
4 times.
I don't got time for that movie. I don't got time for that movie. I gotta watch it.
I would say you can run through all of Final Fantasy very quick. You can run through straight to story.
15?
Yeah, straight story content. Maybe was it 40 hours?
Time with them bosses.
It's all very technical. I'd say maybe 20 hours in Final Fantasy.
That's a speed run style.
I don't know. It wasn't that long in my opinion, but I'd say Diablo 3, man. I like Diablo. I just don't like that it's not coming out on Switch. I really like
it. Not
yet. I only played Diablo 3 because it was out on the Switch. I'm not a big fan of MOBAs. I know you're a big MOBA person. But I never liked MOBAs. I like Diablo because it was a MOBA on the Switch. It was a handheld. It just feels like a handheld game, in my opinion. I don't need a PS5 to play a MOBA. It's just overkill, in my opinion. So I like games like that on handheld. Even like when y'all play like League and stuff, I'm like,
it's PC. I mean, like it's like Pokemon Unite. I feel like it's a MOBA, mobile, 10 minutes in and out the window.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. And MOBAs, especially if it's like not really big on all the things that you need, just keep it short and sweet.
And Diablo was a quick game. I played it really quick. Diablo 3, and that was the whole collection. And I ran through that story. It's such an easy game. It's not a hard game. You're just like throwing weapon or like running around and just hacking shit. I was a necromancer, so like, I was just killing a bunch of people and walking around with the whole army. It was not a difficult game. Yeah, but it wasn't difficult. You know what game they should bring back? What was that X-Men game where it was like a MOBA style? Yeah, it was like X-Men.
Was it like X-Men or just like that?
I think it was an X-Men game, and then you would get a character. It was like 4 of y'all could play at the same time and run around.
Oh, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Was it Ultimate Alliance? Yeah,
Ultimate Alliance. Yeah, 3 on the Switch. Yeah, I played that. Yeah, I loved it.
That was like my game.
Yeah, no, it's on. I like the one they just came out with.
They came out with another one.
Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch.
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy
played
it.
Okay. They had DLC characters. They brought in everybody from everything. The team I last had recently was Human Torch, Iceman, Miles Morales, and Luke Cage. It had all 4 elements.
Okay.
Fire, ice, electricity, and Luke Cage and Earth. So
hey, that's dope.
They brought that out recently. I don't know if they're gonna make a new one anytime soon. Yeah. They trying to make that one last. They still come out with DLC for it.
I'm loving the Switch, man. I need more games on it, and I don't like to get them all late. Hogwarts Legacy is supposed to get ported to the Switch, but it's like way later. It's like, come on, man. These gaming companies, I guess they're doing what Nintendo does. They're like, these games aren't for your console.
You got ported over.
Yeah.
But hey, it's been going. It's been a good hour and some change.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Good doing these again. Good to be back on the pod.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get back into doing this weekly. We'll see how it happens. Like to thank everybody for tuning in. Got a special shout out to Moral Support. She got me this really cool sign for my birthday. I appreciate it. I'd show y'all. It says T Disconnected.
Yeah, on Instagram.
Yeah, I do have it on my. Yeah.
Follow T Disconnected on Instagram.
Yep.
I'm Galaxy Blades. This has been the Galactic Disconnect podcast, the GDT. Check us out on YouTube. We're gonna start posting on Spotify again at some point. Editing these long ass videos are hard. And He's time consuming. Yeah. But we're gonna get him up there. They all on whatever platform they at. So I'm gonna get him on there.
So again, special shout out to Moral Support for just helping us do she's not just moral, she's support.
Yeah, big facts. Appreciate you.
And we'll keep bringing you more content. So yeah, I'm T Disconnected. We got Galaxy. So see y'all later.
Hey, let us know what anime y'all looking forward to, what games, and we see y'all.
Peace.
Later.